Gods and demons working together is unheard of. But when the gods lost their strength and immortality, they had no choice but to make a deal with their greatest enemies, the demons. And what did they work for? For a chance to churn the cosmic ocean for the elixir of immortality. But it wasn't that easy. What other treasures did they find on their quest? And how did Vishnu save the day? Well, we found this tale carved into the walls of Angkor Wat, the temple complex built by the Khmer civilization in Cambodia between the 9th and 15th centuries CE. In this episode, we bring you the tale of the churning of the ocean of milk and all its twists and turns. You might wonder why we call it the churning of the ocean of milk if you look at it closely. You'll realize that the gods and demons are churning the cosmic ocean of milk, Samudra. In Sanskrit, Samudra means both the vast body of salt water on Earth as well as the cosmic ocean that surrounds the universe. But why milk? Why not water? Because this is no ordinary cosmic ocean. It's filled with a thick, white substance called Kashir, which translates to both milk and the sky. So the ocean of milk is also known as the celestial ocean, the cosmic sea, or even the ocean of Kashir. Now let's get back to our story. Once upon a time, there were only demons in the three worlds. The gods or Devas lived far away in the heavens. They came down to Earth only occasionally. Then one day, they decided to return. Before coming back, though, they asked the Devas to vacate the Earth. But the Devas refused to leave. Then the gods assembled an army and attacked. A great battle ensued, but the gods were too powerful. Soon, the Devas were fleeing for their lives. Exhausted from the battle and unable to fight any longer, they fell into the ocean of milk. In ancient Hindu mythology, there was no such thing as death. If you tired yourself out, you could always take a nap underwater, which would restore your energy. It was actually a clever trick used by the Devas to recover their strength and plan their next move against the Deva. When the gods heard about this, they jumped into the ocean of milk too. But that meant everyone was stuck there. Neither gods nor demons could go anywhere. Vishnu, one of the principal gods, realized that the entire cosmos was now submerged in the milky sea. He knew he needed to come up with a plan to save the day. So Vishnu disguised himself as a handsome man named Devas and approached both the Deva and Asura kings. He told them he could rescue them from the ocean, but first they would have to do him a favor. He wanted them to churn the ocean to see what treasures it held, but there was a catch. He said they would have to work together, churn the ocean for 1,000 years, and whatever treasure emerged, they would share it equally. Intrigued, the kings agreed to the deal. They used Mount Mandara as a churning rod and the great king of serpents, Vasuki, as the churning rope. Together, the gods and demons began churning the ocean of milk. As they stirred the liquid deeper and deeper, something emerged. It was an enormous pot, just as old as the universe. No one dared touch it. Instead, they placed it near Mandara Mountain for safekeeping. Then they continued churning, and what came out next was so poisonous that everything it touched turned to ashes. The fumes covered the entire earth, killing many. Seeing this, Lord Shiva stepped forward and drank it all. To save the world from the poison, his throat turned blue, and he earned the name Neelkanth, the blue-throated one. The churning continued, and soon another treasure emerged. It was a beautiful woman holding a lotus flower. She was the goddess of wealth and fortune, Lakshmi. As she emerged from the ocean, the gods and demons began fighting over her. Suddenly, she raised her hands and declared, "I shall go to him who offers me a ride on his shoulders." Without hesitation, Brahma sat down on the ground and closed his eyes. Lakshmi immediately jumped onto his shoulders, and he flew up into the sky. The demons couldn't believe their luck. They had lost the treasure of immortality. Was all hope lost? Not yet. They still had to get their hands on the last treasure. By now, churning the ocean was getting pretty exhausting, and the gods and demons took a break. They left the churning rod where it was and went to rest nearby. While they were gone, the mountain started moving. It rolled through the ocean, carrying the pot of immortality with it. The churning rod continued moving until it reached the shore of the ocean. That's when the gods and demons realized they had been tricked. But who had done this? Suddenly, the pot opened, and out popped a divine man. His name was Vantari. He was the divine physician, and he was holding a pot of Amrita, the nectar of immortality. The gods and demons rushed toward him, and a huge battle ensued. Everyone wanted the nectar for themselves. The demons were stronger than the gods, so they took the lead. But then Vishnu intervened. He appeared before the two armies and offered to solve the problem. He proposed a competition. Whoever was fastest could have the nectar. But while Vishnu distracted the demons, a small detachment of gods, led by the monkey god Hanuman, snuck closer to Vantari. Just as the demon king grabbed the pot, Vishnu took action. He transformed himself into an enchantress named Mohini, who was so beautiful that even the gods couldn't take their eyes off her. She approached the demon king and asked for just a little bit of the nectar. The demon king agreed, and that's when Mohini made her move. She poured some nectar on the ground, dipped a finger in it, and ate it. Then she mixed the remaining nectar with water and distributed it among the gods. The demons noticed what had happened, but it was too late. By the time they realized, the gods had become immortal. Then, to make sure the demons never got their hands on the elixir, Vishnu shot a bolt of light from his Sudarshana chakra, destroying every drop of nectar on Earth. The demons' plan had failed once again. The gods had regained their strength and immortality. Vishnu Purana says the churning of the ocean lasted for 12 years. During that time, there was no death or rebirth on Earth. But once the churning stopped, everything returned to normal. However, Vishnu missed his chance to destroy the demons. After the churning of the ocean, he would have to wait another 24,000 years to do that. We know this because each reign of the gods and demons on Earth lasts 24,000 years. When Vishnu returned to his abode after his stint on Earth, the demons celebrated. They thought their savior had left them forever. However, they didn't know Vishnu had only taken a break. He would soon return to Earth and put an end to their reign. Before we go, here are the key aspects of this fascinating myth. First, the churning of the ocean is called Samudra Manthan in Sanskrit. The word Samudra means both the cosmic ocean and the churning process. The main goal of the churning was for the gods to obtain the nectar of immortality, or Amrita. The story revolves around the idea that the Devas had lost their immortality and needed it back. To achieve this, they had to partner with the Asuras and work together for a common goal. While the churning was going on, Mount Mandara served as the churning rod, and the great serpent king Vasuki was used as the rope. As the ocean was churned, several treasures emerged, including the poison Hala Hala, which Shiva drank, turning his throat blue, and the goddess Lakshmi, who chose Brahma as her mount. Eventually, the divine physician Vantari appeared with a pot of Amrita, leading to a battle between the gods and demons. With the help of Lord Vishnu, the gods were able to secure the nectar, ensuring their immortality. This myth is documented in several ancient Hindu scriptures, including the Bhagavad Purana, the Vishnu Purana, and the Mahabharata. It is a significant part of Hindu mythology and plays a crucial role in explaining certain concepts and features in Hinduism. Now it's time to hear from you. What did you think of the churning of the ocean myth? Do you find it interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Also, tell us which characters intrigued you the most. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Your feedback keeps us motivated to keep bringing you more amazing stories. Thanks for watching.